we initially kind of gave up on Labour Party. Honestly, we thought technically that Labour Party is dead, technically. But this earlier in the week, it's like, and we thought Peter Obi was actually moving onto a different platform to contest for 2023 election, 2027 election. And we seem to, this Supreme Court judgment seem to have reversed all those stuff. Labour Party seem to have regovernized itself, and they have a kind of converge, and they are rejuvenating right now. And to the extent Peter Obi can confidently say that he still, rather that he, not confidently, he is reaffirming his stance on a Labour Party that is going nowhere, even though the reverse was the case prior to the Supreme Court ruling. Barrister, I can see that Labour Party has, the Supreme Court has given them a level of oxygen. Initially, we thought that, although that trouble is still there, because it still has one faction, the other faction, they are still crying foul, and they're still holding on to phantom power that that law does not support anymore. To the extent they are even threatening to discipline the Obi and his camp or thereabout. So, Barrister, what's your take? Let's talk about this Obi's stance on Labour Party. Probably he has come back again. And they had a meeting in the earlier in the week with Dati Baba Ahmed, who is my favorite northern politician. What is your take on that?
Well, you have to understand that the Supreme Court judgment opened a kind of saga, opened a kind of section in the Labour Party that can be utilized. Now, as we speak, there appears to be 3 factions in Labour Party. Apart from the Abure faction, you remember the Arapapa that used to be there?
Yes, Apapa.
He too, he has come out and said now
Arabambi,
because of the
Arabambi.
Yes. He has come up and said that because of the Supreme Court judgment, he is now assuming leadership of the PDP because the crisis started. When the issue started, he was the national chairman. So he has said he has taken over the party based on the Supreme Court judgment. Abure is insisting that he is. Meanwhile, Nenadi Usman and the caretaker committee met with stakeholders of the party, the governor, Peter Obi himself, and other House of Reps members who can, on a practical level, be considered to be the soul of the party. They met and took decisions. On the Obi level, of course, before this, you have been hearing that he is consulting with other people, with Atiku Abubakar, with Rufai, with others, to present a common front. And Rufai had gone ahead and gone into the SDP to point the way where the coalition of the opposition will follow. It is not yet clear that Peter Obi is coming back to Labour Party as a platform for him to contest 2027. But politically, it is advantageous to hold on to the Labour Party if it is possible, even if they are not going to use it as a platform. The advantages politically of holding on to it, to amalgamate or to draw support to whichever platform they are going to use, is very clear for anybody to see. That is the reason why the government of the day has invested a lot of resources to destroy those PDP, to destroy Labour Party. On the same way, the opposition too will be wise to invest a lot of resources to maintain or have influence in most of these parties that have some following, some followership of some sort. It's a political game. It's not to say that Peter Obi will come back and contest on the platform of Labour Party. But going forward, like I also said the other time, because the opposition are not coalescing behind one person, like happened in 2015, when the time comes to choose who is the leader of that opposition, all hell will break loose. A lot of these people, once they are not chosen, they will fall back. They will have to fall back on something else. So Peter Obi has to reserve that vehicle in case the attempts by the opposition to come together does not go well. He will have something to fall back on. That is the way I'm reading the situation that is going.